Welcome to day 16 of this completely free newsletter business course where we show you how you can set up your first newsletter in a way that is going to make it profitable. So from day one, you can start to make some money. This is all the things we've covered so far in this training. We've done every single day of this course, giving you value, telling you how to set this out, how to make money, how to monetize completely for free. As I said, we're on day 16 and today we're going to start talking about Beehiiv. Now, Beehiiv is the platform that we're going to be recommending you build your first newsletter on. And in this video, I'm going to go through the 10 reasons why. This is the kind of platform you want to use as a beginner, but if you've already got a newsletter and you're not happy with the service you're using, you can bring yourself over to Beehiiv. Now, when we talk to clients, when we build newsletters for them, Beehiiv is the conversation we have with them. We're going to be offering a full walkthrough training of how to use Beehiiv, how to set everything up on this channel. So if you're interested in following along with that, if you can't afford to outsource to some experts, then hit subscribe and you won't miss that. But what we're going to do now, as I said, is go through why we recommend using Beehiiv over other platforms. So I've got 10 reasons here for you, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of what they have going on in their website. You want to check out Beehiiv yourself, just head down into the description, click the first link, you'll be able to check that out. You can also subscribe to our newsletter as well if you want to hear more about the tools that we're using first before we share them with anyone else. So as I said, we're going to go through now, we're going to talk about Beehiiv, and I'm going to show you the 10 reasons why we recommend it. So the first one is the free plan. If you're a beginner, you've never written a newsletter before, then you want to be able to get started for free. Follow all the advice we've given you in the past 15 days, but you get 2,500 subscribers on the free plan when you're using Beehiiv, which is a huge amount. And you should be monetizing. You should have money coming in before you hit that number if you have gone through the process correctly. If you've done the market research, you've thought about monetization, you've thought about how to build your newsletter using AI tools, you should be at a point where you have made some money and you can be investing that back into your newsletter. But 2,500 is a very, very generous allowance that they give you. The second thing is that this thing has been built by newsletter experts. If you've been doing any research, if you've watched any of our videos before, you will know about the Morning Brew, you'll know about how big it is in terms of the newsletter game. And the people that used to work at Morning Brew have built Beehiiv. They were instrumental in the growth and marketing of Morning Brew, and they've brought that over to Beehiiv. So this is not just some SaaS that somebody has decided to build and see if they can figure out as they go along. These guys have built these kind of products before for Morning Brew, and now they are taking that knowledge and expertise and bringing it over to Beehiiv. The other great thing about Beehiiv is you get web hosting, you get sign up forms, and you get a newsletter writer built in, which means if you don't have a website, you don't have to go and buy plugins in order to have sign up forms. You don't need to worry about a newsletter writer or getting some kind of tool to do that. It's all built in for you and you can access it from day one. We like to use AI because it saves us time. And if you are new to this, you're going to want to save time because you're not going to have a lot of time on the side as a side hustle or a side business in order to be able to write newsletters. So we recommend using AI tools in order to write it. But on Beehiiv, you have got the ability to design your newsletter. Then when you've got a design you like, save that as a template so you can just reuse that every time. You can build your sign-up forms, your web hosting, everything in Beehiiv, which means you don't have to spend money on those other things. We're a fan of AI and being able to write copy with AI on this channel, and it has got AI assistance built in. Now, I'm not going to talk a massive amount about that right now because, as I said, we are going to be doing some free training on the channel, taking through exactly how to use Beehiiv, get things set up. So if you don't have the money to be able to outsource to people like ourselves that could do this for you, then you can just follow that guide and you can build it yourself step by step. But you have that ability to access their AI assistance. The other thing they've got is they've got monetization and growth tools built in. So you do have to start paying for some of these features to access them, but they are, as I said, designed by people who know newsletters. I'm going to show you some of these in a little bit. So when you do reach your subscriber limit on the free plan and you're bringing money in, you can then start to pay for some of these services. And they're not like thousands of dollars a month, but they are going to allow you to be able to grow quicker. And then from that point onwards, you can start working with sponsors with bigger budgets. You can start getting your affiliate offers or your own offers in front of other people. And then your ability to monetize and earn from your newsletter just snowballs from there. They also have automations and automated follow-ups. And if you're working on your own and you're doing all of this work by yourself, you're a complete beginner and you want to build this yourself, you're going for that one-person business model, maybe you don't have a lot of money to invest in this, then the fact that you've got access to automations and automated follow-ups just means that you are going to have to spend a bit of time in the front end building this, but then the automations will work in the background, and that will mean that you can have your newsletter working while you're doing other things, maybe while you've still got a 9 to 5. They also have drip campaigns and welcome sequences. We talked in our previous video how important that first video that you produce, that first newsletter you produce is. And if you haven't watched that, go back in this series and watch it. I'll put a link to the full playlist of all of our videos in this series down in the description. But because you can put in a little bit of time and effort at the beginning, build out that welcome sequence, and we talked about how that first email is the one that most people will open. You get that opportunity to showcase what you're about, give that first offer, maybe a coupon code. And the fact that you can drip campaigns out means that you can work on this over a weekend, get everything set up, and while you're doing your 9 to 5, your emails are going out and your newsletter is working for you. The other thing you can do, again, which helps you if you're a beginner and you haven't got a lot of time, or you're a business owner and you want to try this out, but you don't have a lot of time away from your business, is scheduling and integrations. Scheduling means that you could sit down, use AI to bulk write maybe the next 5-10 issues of your newsletter, and then get them scheduled in advance, so that if you've got a busy season coming up, you can just get those things scheduled and then they're ready to go. And integrations as well. So as you start working on your newsletter business, you'll see the integrations there. And again, I'm going to talk about that more in the Beehiiv course that we do, that will be completely free. What the integrations are going to be able to do is help you automate, collect information, or do things in the background automatically and connect with other parts of your business. And that's a really, really powerful tool to add into your business or your newsletter. The other thing they have is very, very comprehensive subscriber analytics. And this is really important because it's not just telling you who's opening your email, but it's also going to tell you how people are engaging with your newsletter. And when you've got that kind of information, you can see what is working within your newsletter, what is not working, and then you can make those changes. You can decide to double down on what is working, remove what is not working, or tweak and adapt it. And therefore you can start making a better newsletter, which will then increase your open rates, it will increase your readership, and then you're just going to snowball from there, providing more value for your audience, which in turn will mean that you'll have a newsletter which is more likely to be monetizable. And then the last one that I've got here for you is the fact that these guys are always keen to grow. They listen to their users and they make improvements all the time. This is not something where they've built it and then they're just going to leave it alone and they're cashing checks. They are reinvesting. They are working hard on this platform. They want to make it the best newsletter platform out there. And for me, this is kind of, especially when you're paying for software like this, part of the most valuable, or if not the most valuable part of picking a software that you want to use, especially when you're going to be potentially building the entire newsletter on a platform. You want to know that they're not just going to hit a brick wall and not make it better. They're not going to be developing the tool. You want to know if you're going to put all of your newsletter onto one platform, that they're going to be working to make sure that it's always working to the best of its ability and that you are going to be making money from it. And just to show you how popular Beehiiv is, you can see this is the interest, the number of people putting Beehiiv into Google. This is worldwide over the last 12 months. And this thing is growing in popularity all the time. So this isn't a software that has hit its peak and it's going somewhere. It's definitely getting more and more popular. And if you want to know how we're using Google Trends, then check out previous videos in this series where we show you how you can use this to help you with your market research for picking the best option for your newsletter, the best topic, the best niche. So this is a little bit on their pricing. Launch, you can see you get your 2,500 subscribers there, you get your web hosting, your customization, you've got your recommendation network, and then you get up, you get more and more subscribers, you get access to things like the referral program and the automations and the ad network. So as you're willing to pay more, then you get access to more and more of their tools. When it comes to monetization, and again, I'll leave a link down to Beehiiv so you can check this out for yourself. What they're able to do for you is they're able to monetize your newsletter with appropriate sponsors. So you don't have to necessarily go out there and find people to work with. They're doing that in-house for you. So you don't have to worry about how you're going to figure out where to find people that will work with you that you can monetize. They will do that for you. They've got the advertisers, they've got you, the publisher, the newsletter writer, and they have a way of putting you in front of sponsors so that you can start to make money. So really, really powerful platform. And that is the reason why we recommend it. We've talked about others that you can go for in this series because we don't want to just provide you with one, but that's why we are going to be building the rest of this series on Beehiiv, and that is why we recommend it when clients come to us and they say they want help building a newsletter. No videos again over the weekend. We'll be back on Monday where we will start building on Beehiiv. And if you want to know what niche we picked, go back and check out video 5, day 5 of this training series so you can see the case study that we're going to be building out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to check out that in-depth Beehiiv training. So if you are going to be doing this all on your own and you don't have any help, then you can follow along with that training. If you want to know what AI tool we use in order to be able to write these newsletters, then check out the card now on the screen and you can check out those AI videos. You want the link to Beehiiv, link to the playlist, go down to the description. We'll see you in the next one.